Hello and welcome. You're watching Your Trades with me, Mansi Dave, and my colleague Kavita Thaplayal. It was the seventh session of consolidation for the markets. The markets did range flat throughout the session, but Kavita, the last half an hour was worth observing.
Absolutely. 8 out of 13 major sectors advanced marginally in the open that we saw. The broader markets, small caps and mid caps traded almost flat. But then having said that, Nifty bank and metal indices advanced in early trades today. But then towards the closing, while IT, FMCG, oil and gas opened in the green, the broader market, both the Nifty and small cap 100, if we saw, there were modest gains. Also having said that, we have to yet see the uncertainty that's really clouding the market. But overall, as far as the close is concerned, the numbers, if we have to take out in terms of market breadth, 1259 advances and 1479 declines. The top gainers that we saw in terms of closing, Kotak Mahindra Bank up more than 3.5%, Eternal Asian Paints, NTPC, Grasim, BEL, Adani Ports counters, closed up almost half to more than 1%. Let's talk about losers. Titan constantly in pressure due to the news-based headwinds, down almost 6%. Dr. Reddy's 2%, Bajaj Auto, Cipla, Trent, Hindalco, Axis Bank, almost half to 1.5% down. That's the closing number for these top losers counters. But then let's move on. We're also joined by our market expert who's going to drive us and help us understand, strategize our tomorrow's trade. I'm joined by Nilesh Jain. He's the head derivatives and technical research, Centrum Broking. Nilesh, hi. Good evening and welcome to the show. All right. So as for the market closing, 25,522. That's the number that's coming in on Nifty. Bank Nifty almost 300 points up, but then 57,256 is the level. What's on radar in terms of numbers, in terms of support levels, according to you, for tomorrow's trade? And looking at the uncertainty, which side of the trade would you be for tomorrow? Nilesh, hi, can you hear me? Nilesh, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Okay, so yeah, what's on radar for tomorrow's trade? That was the question.
Right. A very good afternoon to you. So first of all, if we see the overall structure of the market, we have seen a good close for the Nifty and Bank Nifty both. Towards the closing hour, we have seen a good spurt. So on the back of that, we are expecting this positive sentiment to continue for tomorrow. And as far as stocks are concerned, we have Asian Paint in our recommendation list. So Asian Paint overall structure is looking positive. It has formed a good bottom formation and multi-month breakout can be seen in today's trading session. So it's a buy. Buy for upside target of 2570. Stop loss can be placed at 2430. Apart from that, ABFRL will be another stock that is looking positive on the chart. We have seen a good rebound in this particular counter as well. So we are expecting this pullback rally to continue towards the levels of 84 to 86 on the upside. Stop loss can be placed at 77.
That's the stock coming in. ABFRL is 1.5% to 2% positive move that we did see while the stock was closing for the session. Having said so, Nilesh, good afternoon. Mansi this side. Quarterly updates are doing the rounds, and we are literally nearing the quarterly earnings season with TCS coming and posting its results on the 10th of July. Kotak Bank was really doing good, of course, owing to the business updates which were shining. Good numbers. Investor did cheer Kotak Mahindra Bank because of the robust quarter one updates. And next was the real estate majors also, Macrotech developers, Phoenix, Lodha. They all came in with the business updates, and post that we also had brokerage reports on the same. What's your take, one, on Kotak Bank as well as real estate majors?
Well, Mansi, we have seen a good momentum in private sector banks, specifically large cap banks like Kotak, HDFC and ICICI. So a very good spurt was seen in Kotak Mahindra Bank, over 3%. The stock has ended on a positive note about 2,200 levels. So looking at the overall structure, we are likely to witness another round of momentum on the upside towards the levels of 2250 to 2280 from a short-term perspective. So buy and decline should be the strategy. Today we have seen a good gap up opening as well. So keeping a stop loss below 2175, Kotak Mahindra is a buy. And apart from that, across all realty pack towards the closing hour, we have seen a good momentum. If you see Nifty realty pack, we have seen a good breakout as well, above 980 level. looks like it is heading towards 1000 plus kind of level as far as Nifty realty space is concerned. So within this space, Lodha, this particular counter has given a good close about 1370. A good rebound was seen towards the closing hour in Lodha as well. So we are likely to see a follow-up move towards 1400 to 1420 on the upside, keeping a stop loss below 1350. Lodha can be added in the portfolio. And within realty pack, another stock that we are liking is DLF. So DLF is also buy for upside target of 860 to 870 on the upside. One can keep a stop loss below 832.
All right, Nilesh, I think that'll be all. Thank you so much for joining us today and helping our viewers strategize their trade for tomorrow. But then let's move on, and I'm joined by Srishti Sharma, and she's up with the hotspots on the technical charts. Srishti.
Well, yes, we have got two breakout stocks for our viewers today. Firstly, let's have a look at Apollo Tyres, because the tyre stocks as a whole, or the sector as a whole, was rather buzzing. And Apollo Tyres, what a move in today's trading session. Almost a 3 to 4% jump is what we have seen on the technical front. If you see, the stock has actually made a flag and pole pattern just in the short term. And other than that, for today's trading session, the stock has actually managed to move above its 20-day moving average, taking a support exactly from those levels, and hence we spot this stock as one of the breakout candidates. The other stock that we're going to talk about is also the breakout stock, and that is Bata India, because for quite some time now you will see that Bata India was actually trading in a range, and multiple times it has taken support at 1180 odd levels, and this time when we have seen a good up move coming in exactly from those levels, the stock is slowly and steadily moving higher. The stock did take support from its 20-day moving average and trying to cross past its previous day high as well, and hence we spot the stock as the second breakout candidate for today. So these are the two stocks. Back to you.
Okay, so that's Shrishti's technical lens, and we get two breakout stocks from there. Apollo Tyre, Auto Ancillary, as well as Bata India. Thanks for that update, Shrishti. Moving ahead, Nitin Bhasin, Head of Institutional Equities at Ambit Shares, his top sectoral picks from across the sectors. He said that mid-cap IT like Coforge and Persistent are richly priced. Listen in.
When you look at the sectors, again, within the IT, where we like IT as a space, there could be some of the mid-cap IT companies which are perhaps very punchily priced for the quality of the business. Like something like a Coforge could be one, something like a Persistent could be another one, where we think that these are really, really punchily priced. At the same point in time, there could be stocks like DMart in the consumption space, where we find them very, very punchily priced, would remain away from such names. And at the same point in time, I would say even consumer durable companies like Voltas, which appear to be very punchily priced and perhaps stuck in a very, very highly competitive zone where they're unable to create value from the one business of consumer durables that they are in, or in the projects business. Those are the 3 or 4 names that stand out. But at the same point in time, in the banks also, we've highlighted before, names such as Kotak, etc. Are the ones. What we don't like is themes like, I would say, defense today, which is like a talk of the town. There could be stocks such as Godrej Real Estate, punchily priced. Again, I would say so, though the real estate sector holds up really well.
So that's the word from the wise, but then let's move on and let's talk about some stock-specific action. Titan delivered a mixed performance in the first quarter with strong growth in watches, fragrances, international markets, offsetting softness in the core jewelry segment due to gold price volatility. Now, Snehi Shah joins in with more details. Snehi, what's up on the stock?
Well, as if you take a look at Titan's Q1 FY26 update, I would say it's a mixed set of numbers coming in, and I say mixed because the other segments, segments barring jewelry, have done very well on a year-on-year and a sequential basis, but it's actually jewelry that makes up the biggest part of the business that has lagged slightly on a sequential basis. First, if you take a look at the overall numbers for the consumer business, growth has come in at 20%. That's slightly lower than what we had seen last quarter with 10 store additions. For domestic business, growth has come in at 19% on a year-on-year basis, still lower on a sequential basis with a net store addition of 9 stores. But if you take a look at how the jewelry business has done, a lot of consumption sentiment has been hit by the gold price volatility that we have seen in the quarter gone by. Buyer growth has been flat for Tanishq, Mia, Zoya as well as Carat Lane, and customers have preferred lightweight gold and low carated jewelry. That has affected the margins of the overall jewelry business. Studded ratio is also lower on a year-on-year basis, and Tanishq, Mia and Zoya are likely to collectively grow 17%, and Carat Lane is expected to grow 38% on a year-on-year basis. So good growth coming in for Carat Lane. Like-to-like growth in TMZ is early double digits, and the same for Carat Lane is in healthy double digits. Moving away from that, watches have done very well. Overall growth of 23% on a year-on-year basis, led by analog, both house brands as well as international. Eye care has also done well, overall growth of 12% year on year. Emerging business this time has given a very positive surprise. Fragrances are up 56%, women's bags are up 61%, and surprisingly, Taneira has this time logged a positive growth of 15% on a year on year basis. So overall emerging business growth of 36%, and international business is also up 49% on a year on year basis. So other than jewelry and overall revenue that was slightly lower, overall business has, in terms of other segments, have done really well for Titan. So overall, we would say it's a mixed set of Q1 updates for Titan.
Okay, Snehi, a lot of details on those updates. Mixed performance in the first quarter with strong growth in watches, fragrances and international markets. But what was not doing well was the offsetting softness in the core jewelry segment. But unlike Titan, on the flip side, we talk about Kotak Mahindra Bank, and yes, of course, a banking major. Kotak Mahindra Bank was up and buzzing during the session owing to the Q1 strong updates. What was so strong in those updates? Varun is joining with more details. Varun, over to you.
So if you look at the overall quarterly updates of Kotak Mahindra Bank, no doubt, if you look at the past trends, the company has actually shown a growth of around 25-26%. This time, if you look, the overall net advances have grown by around 14% on a YY basis, and on a quarter-on-quarter basis, they are by around 4%. The overall deposit, they have shown a growth of around 14.6% on a year-on-year basis, and on a quarter-on-quarter basis, it is up by around 2.8%, and the CASA, that is up by around 7.9% on a YY basis, but it is down 2.2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. If you look at the overall CASA ratio, it has come down to 40.9% from 43%. But if you look at the overall growth in the sector, it has been, in the lower digit, in fact, a higher single digit. And because of that, if you look, Kotak Mahindra Bank is seen as one of the outperformers in the overall sector, because the growth for Kotak Mahindra Bank has been in double digit. Also, Motilal Oswal has come out with a note wherein they have a buy call and a price target of 2,500. They say that the overall growth for Kotak Mahindra Bank has been strong, outpassing the overall system growth and also exceeding their overall expectation, while the overall deposit growth remained healthy and broadly in line with the overall estimates. The overall business growth has been healthy, and the CD ratio that has increased to 86.7%. So if you look in the context of the overall industry, Kotak Mahindra Bank has performed better than industry and better than expectation, though when you compare it with the past trend, the overall growth has been lower. But if it is better than industry, that's the reason you are seeing such a reaction in Kotak Mahindra Bank. And also, you need to note one more thing, that Kotak Mahindra Bank has made a high of around 2,300, the stock price, and now it was trading at around 2150. So already the stock was down 150 rupees before the quarterly updates, and that is also one of the reasons why you are seeing such a sharp spike in Kotak Mahindra Bank after this quarterly updates.
Absolutely, and the stock also closes down close to 3.5% up. But then let's talk about stocks and news, and we are joined by Rabinder Abdikari, our colleague, with a long list of stocks and news today. Rabinder?
Well, JSW Infrastructure is in focus, where company has received a letter of award from the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Authority for the reconstruction of berth 8 and mechanization of berth 7 and 8 at Netaji Subhash Dock at Kolkata, and the project award on the design, build, finance, operate and transfer basis on the PPP model with the estimated capex of rupees 740 crore. Apart from this, Navin Fluorine International is also in focus, where a board has approved an open QIP with a floor price of 4,798.28 per share, and company to raise fund up to rupees 750 crore, and company may at its discretion offer a discount of not more than 5% on the floor price. Apart from this, on back of brokerage note, Divi's Lab is also in focus, where HSBC has come out with their note, and they have upgraded the stock to buy from reduce and hike target price to rupees 7,900 as compared to earlier target price of rupees 5,020. Apart from this, AMC stock is also in focus, where Antique has initiated a coverage on AMC stock, where for HDFC AMC they have given a buy rating with target price of rupees 6,000, and for the Nippon Life AMC they have given a buy call with target price of rupees 950, and for the UTI AMC they have given a buy rating with target price of rupees 1,500. So back of this AMC stock is also in focus.
Okay, so those are all the stocks doing rounds on the exchanges during the session. Rabinder, thank you so much for all of those details. Moving ahead, Q1 for Indian IT players is expected to be soft, though better than Q4. Mid-cap companies are likely to outperform the large caps, and we also see that momentum in the mid-cap IT players these days. Pulkit is here with more details and key takeaways for all the IT sector. Pulkit, over to you.
With the result of TCS on 10th of July, IT earnings will start for Q1. So we are expecting the Q1 of FY26 is expected to be modest. If we talk about the mid-tier companies like Coforge, Persistent, LTI, Mindtree, they are likely to outperform. But if we talk about the tier 1 companies, TCS, Wipro, HCL Techs, they are under deal ramp downs, and we are not expecting very high growth for particularly tier 1 companies, especially the engineering and research and development division that will remain weak and risky. If we talk about the demand, BFSI demand will remain to be stable, and if we talk about retail, auto, communication and manufacturing, they will be a little bit weak as compared to the last quarter. For the key factors that are influencing, the first major factor is tariff uncertainty, as we don't have the proper decision on the tariffs. So this will be a important key factor that will influence the result. Apart from that, clients are prioritizing non-discretionary spends, and they are focusing more on cost optimization. For example, if we talk about the tier 1 company TCS, so as per ICICI Securities, the Q-on-Q growth for CC is around minus 3.4%. So if we talk about tier 2 companies, the Coforge, we are expecting somewhere around 5.5 to 6.5%. Key points to watch in management commentary would be deal pipeline, Gen AI adoption, vertical wise what strategy companies are focusing on, hiring trends and margin levers.
That's right. So all eyes on the IT sector, and of course the results season will also kickstart with IT major TCS. Pulkit, thank you for all of those details. Moving ahead, Adani Power completes acquisition of Vidharba Industries Power for 4,000 crore. The NCLT Mumbai had given a nod for the deal earlier in June. My colleague Kanishka is here with the fine print. Kanishka, let us know.
Well, a big move from the power sector. Now, Adani Power has officially completed the acquisition of Vidharba Industries Power Limited for 4,000 crore rupees. Now, the asset includes a 600 megawatt coal-based power plant located in Nagpur, and this was acquired through the insolvency route, with NCLT Mumbai giving the final nod on June 18th and the implementation that was completed on July 7th, that is yesterday. Now, what kind of impact will this have on the company? Now, this acquisition pushes Adani Power's total operational capacity to 18,150 megawatts and puts the company, as it says, on track to hit over 30,000 megawatts by FY30. Now, this would be achieved, as the company says, through a mix of brownfield expansions and greenfield projects. Now, with expansion on the cards, key upcoming projects include ultra supercritical plants in MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and a new greenfield unit in Uttar Pradesh as well. Now, the company says this is part of a larger strategy to turn around stressed assets and ensure reliable, affordable base load power across the country. Now, on the back of this acquisition of Vidharba Industries, Adani Power shares are in the spotlight today.
Okay, Snehi, Kanishka, quite important details that you're giving in. Thank you for those details. But moving ahead, let's understand from Snehi what are the economic indicative actions, the triggers and the cues to watch out for tomorrow. Snehi, what are the cues and events for tomorrow?
Well, yes, lots of cues to watch out for. Keep a very close eye on the AMFI data and the SIP data that we'll be receiving for the month of June back home. So that's going to be one of the important triggers to watch out for. From the global front, you have FOMC minutes coming in from the US along with wholesale inventories number. And from China, you have the inflation print coming out in the form of PPI as well as CPI. But once again, shifting focus back home, Titagarh Rail will be in focus because the board is going to be meeting to mull fundraising tomorrow. So watch out for that counter. Emphasis will be trading ex-dividend, and tomorrow is going to be the last day to buy shares of Dr. Reddy's in case you wish to be eligible for their record date. In terms of annual general meetings, all eyes are going to be on Tata Communications, and in terms of other events, you have Samsung launch event that will be happening in New York City. All eyes are going to be on this tech event as well. So watch out for all of these cues. All of them are very important to track.
Important economic indicative actions for tomorrow, which we need to keep on our focus radar. Snehi, thanks for that. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Your Trades. I'll take your leave, but there's a lot lined up on the other side. So you stay tuned with ET Now.